One, two, 1, 2. Everything's working. Hello again, everyone. It's the... what day is it today? 9th? 9th of August or 10th, depending on where you are in this world. I have returned yet again, and it's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fine day today. Let me just take care of some things while we get started. Granted, I usually deal with all the stream-related thingamajigs and setting ups and what's before I actually start streaming, because as everyone knows, I don't even want to call it a machine, but the machine that I'm streaming on is it should be going to retirement, but it's not. I'm extorting it every last drop, and yeah, it's not capable of doing anything significant once I go live, let's just say. So I usually take care of all the software stuffs, the things I need to run before actually going live, so my laptop doesn't explode while I'm streaming, which I've not actually explode, but that's happened. Something close has happened a few times in the past. There was this one time when the entire stream froze for some reason. That was funny. Also, not during streaming, but there was this one time when I still have no idea what happened. It hasn't happened ever since then, and it's only happened once. But basically, my laptop made a pop noise, and then it just shut down, I guess. And they told me, I'm out of battery. No, you're not. You're plugged in. What are you talking about? And that happened once a while ago, and it's never happened after that, so it's okay, really. Also, I see my boy Teal. What's up, Teal? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a fine day today. It's a bit weird here today. The weather's... I'm sure half the planet nowadays, the weather is kind of screwed because global warming's based, I guess. I don't know why I called it based, but yeah, the weather here is funky, to say the least. I don't know if it wants to rain, but it looks like it wants to rain, but also it's bloody hot, so I don't know what's going on here. But other than that, I'm just chilling, back to streaming. You're pretty sure someone at your job either got fired or quit. Oh, I see. I do not like the sound of that. I mean, to be fair, I think... I honestly, I don't even know what I want to say. Because, hell if I know what it feels like having a full-time job, because I haven't had one. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, if they quit, right? If they left on their own terms, then I guess that's better than getting fired. But if they got fired, then my sincerest apologies, I guess. You know, all I've done on my life is just some part-time jobs and thingamajigs. I'm still looking for a full-time job. Please, anyone hire me! Yeah, but so I don't... Honestly, I don't know how the internals of a company goes, right? As in, how all the who's it's the salary negotiations and all those things, how they work, I have no idea. But hey, if at the very least, I think if you're quitting on your own terms, that's better than getting, you know, getting told to leave and never come back. I would break the life of a 9-to-5 if you want me to, and I won't sugarcoat it. At least over in the US. I mean, to be fair, I can kind of guess how it is. And I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to having a 9-to-5 life, but that's the only way I can get a visa, right? Granted, I just have to do it for a while. I don't have to like do it forever. And then eventually I'll get a permanent residence. And I can, assuming I don't like the job enough, I can quit the job and do whatever the hell I want. And honestly, I can make a living for myself without resorting to a 9-to-5 full-time job with the variety of skill sets I have. It's just that my skill set is very weird. As in, honestly speaking, I'm not a real expert in any single field. I just can't do a whole ton of things. Right? So if there were mercenaries in the modern era where they call you and ask you to do some random stuff, I would be really good at that. But unfortunately, I mean, I guess it's a thing in some parts of the world. They want you to do it forever, but you should always remember, no you don't. Yeah, no. Honestly, like, here's the thing. The biggest reason why I want a full-time job and to have a visa is so that I can not have a job and live however the hell I want, right? I can just earn the... and this is crazy, but I want to make a living out of streaming, and I know that's not something I can just do because I want. Because, you know, you should probably know this as well, considering your streaming experience, but making a living out of streaming requires both tremendous amount of skill and luck, right? I know there are thousands of streamers out there who are much more skilled, talented, funnier, more interesting, whatever than I am, but they can't make a living out of streaming. But I do genuinely want to make a living out of streaming someday. And to do that, I need to be in the position where I can stream as much as I want and, you know, put in as much effort as I want. But for that, I need both time and money, neither of which I have right now. And to do that, I need a full-time job first. That's why I'm hunting for a full-time job. It's hard, it can happen. Yeah, it's definitely possible, but it's also not the easiest thing. Honestly, getting a regular 9-to-5 full-time job is probably a lot easier than making a living out of streaming. In my opinion, of course. But yeah, that's honestly what I want to do. And also, I want to do some side gigs like teaching math and translating and all these freelance stuffs that I want to do and I can do, assuming I had the, you know, clearance for it. But I don't, and I need to get a full-time job. That's why I'm just... Someone please hire me, I beg you. But yeah, I'm granted... You know, I'm not in a rush, technically speaking. I still have some time on my current clearance And I'm sure it should be enough to get a job and, you know, get things going. But yeah, I mean, that also means that I would rather get a job sooner than later, right? Why delay and wait and suffer in the limbo of waiting for something to happen? On that note, how's your side of things going, Teal? I think I remember you saying something along the lines of trying to find a new job. Because things aren't very... well, let's just say very funky in your current station. Also, on that note, I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea what kind of job I want. I'm at the moment, I'm just trying to build a portfolio towards some coding and data analysis related stuffs. And I'm trying to learn some... not like I don't know coding at all. I have some Python knowledge and thingamajigs. And I'm trying to build up on that so I have a proper portfolio instead of an empty resume where it's like they see it and, oh, it's a blank piece of paper and you're not hired. I don't want that to happen. You got an interview next week. Ooh. Good luck with that. Hope that goes well. And you can get out of that dog shit job. So that doesn't guarantee me getting a job. The fact that I get a call back is a huge win in this job market. Yeah, true. True. You know, getting... I'm the more... honestly, I recognize that I'm more of a luckier sort. Because the few job applications I've put in, all of them I've got replies. Not that I've gotten... I got accepted / I accepted all of them. But I did get replies, and I was fortunate for that. But I recognize that usually, you know, you throw in like 50 applications and what, you get like one reply if you're lucky. It's not the most fun thing, especially in the US, I believe. What's funny is that I was fine with the current job. It just went to shit. Yeah, it's not the most fun thing when the thing you were okay with one day just all breaks down and, you know, there's nothing left. But as they say, when one thing goes down, everything goes to shit. It doesn't seem like, you know, apparently things can't go bad one by one. It's just when something goes bad, everything goes bad because, well, unfortunately, Murphy's Law, if it can happen, it will happen. Not the most fun thing to deal with. Yeah, hopefully your next job is, at the very least, more enjoyable and decent compared to your current one. And also, good luck with your whole 3D printer business. Hope that goes well. And it would be cool to see some of those stuffs on your stream someday. Because granted, I've never looked into that part of the streaming business, as in like those 3D printing and those crafty thingamajigs. So I don't know how big the supply and demand is, but hey, it seems like an idea that's not very commonly done. And it's always... I think as a streamer, well, one of the important factors is it's like marketing, right? If you open a new restaurant, you need to give the people to come to the restaurant. And some people think like, oh, a restaurant needs to have good food. Well, joke's on you, having good food is the baseline condition for, you know, a restaurant. It needs to have more than that. And it needs to have some unique factors that draw in customers. And I think streaming is the same as that, where you need to have something unique about yourself for people to want to come and watch you. 3D printing streams are pretty niche, so I don't know who would want to watch something like that. Hey, I mean, to be fair, if it's niche, that also means there is not a whole lot of demand. There's not a whole lot of supply, which means, you know, there's also more demand to it. Or rather, you would have less competition, so the larger pie of the demand would go to you. I think it just comes down to once you actually get down to properly with the format, once you're comfortable with it, you just need to advertise yourself so people realize that you exist and come to your streams, which is something I also need to start doing in a bit. Like the past, how long has it been? Has it been like 2 months already since I've come back to streaming? Most of it, like, I haven't advertised myself at all. Not like I've made any YouTube videos and whatnot, because I was just trying to get used to the, well, correction, get used again to the whole streaming business. And this is an entirely new direction that I took compared to the whole dungeon fighter online business. And so I had to figure out things, and I think I'm having a good idea on how I want to do things with streaming now. And so I need to eventually start with properly advertising myself. I'm excited my streams where the stream ends when the print finishes as a joke. It's like beep, and then you just the stream goes off. That would be funny. Or better, yeah, you could like 3D print like bits or subscriptions, and then you're like, hey guys, look at this, you should do this right now. Oh, that would be funny. Also, on that note, or rather, related side note. Hold on, this print is going to take 34 hours to complete. You know what that means? 34 hours stream? You're insane. Actually, how long does it take to like 3D print stuff? Let's say you want to 3D print a mug. How long would that take? Because I'll be honest, I have absolutely no experience with 3D printing, and I know how it functions, but I don't know how it like long it takes and whatnot. Oh, and what I was gonna say is today's stream is gonna be a bit shorter than normal. I think it's gonna be 2 hours tops, because I got some things to take care of. So I'm just gonna yap for a bit, then talk about something from ZZZ, and then yap a bit more, and then probably end the stream today. And I think today, I did say last week I'm gonna maybe make a YouTube short out of the Arknights thing. I might do that in the future, but I'll bench that for a bit, because I think today's stuff is real content that I can make. And I'll try to make like a YouTube short or video out of it. We'll see. If it's an average mug, I would say maybe 8 hours. That's a lot longer than I thought. Damn, that's a real business, eh? Damn. Granted, to be fair, you're printing an actual 3D object, so it only makes sense it would take several hours. But damn, I didn't expect 8 hours. That's quite a bit. Also, side note, since I mentioned Dungeon Fighter Online just now, every patch, every cadence of patch, these guys are just adding more to the clownery, and it's tomfoolery. Let me try to make this short, because I don't have a whole lot of time today. But they threw out the latest batch of balancing patch. Right, they balancing things. And it's honestly so stupid how they gauge and measure these things. Because if someone told me that male striker is worse than male Nen, I would say they are insane. Right? Because, look, I like male striker, but I also know that he's not really doing too well in DFO right now. And on the other hand, male Nen is one of the best classes in the game. And you know what happened? You know how much damage buff they got? Male striker got 5%. Male striker got 5%. Male Nen got 9%. He almost got double. I'm like, why? Look, I'm glad as a male Nen main, I'm glad he got big numbers, but why would he get so much? 9% is crazy. It's really high on the whole list of like patches, like the number changes. That's a lot. Meanwhile, male striker got 5%, which is effectively a nerf, because the average buff of all the characters is about 6 to 7%. So 5% is effectively a nerf because it's relatively lower than others. And I'm like, why does male striker deserve a nerf? What is going on here? Why would they do this? What is happening? Who gauges these numbers? I don't understand. Why would you do this? I'm just so confused. And just a whole bunch of ridiculous bullshit here and there. I don't understand who's figuring out these numbers. Yeah, don't ask me why. Nobody in KDNF understands as to why this is happening. Granted, this is still test server. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Maybe they'll pull their heads out of their asses next week and fix some things. I don't know. I just want to dev. Relax, no one will get hurt. I just want to talk, little guy. I just want to talk as I'm loading my shotgun. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We don't even know what's happening. But that was the short DFO rant for the day. That's it. Nothing else happened. It was just a balancing patch. Nothing else going on. You just want to talk. Anyhow, enough ranting and yapping, I guess. Let me... Hold on, where is it? Okay, so today... Hold on. How does this function? How does this function? How does streaming work? How does OBS work? Hold on. Let me just... That. And do this. Right. Yes. It's functioning. Yes. I am remembering how to stream. And I feel like a fucking dunce. Drink hot water. Okay, so today, as I mentioned, it's gonna be a shorter stream. I'm not gonna spend... Oh, that's tiny! There we go. I'm not gonna... as I said, I only have about 2 hours. And today, I wanted to talk about something. And as the title says, today's topic is, does Qingyi of ZZZ actually drink hot water? And you might be wondering, what the hell is that even supposed to mean? That is because of the recent... I'm assuming this is not the full trailer. I'm assuming they'll release the actual trailers and demos next week when the patch drops. But a couple days ago, they dropped a, let's just say, a short preview video for Qingyi, one of the new characters coming for the 1.1 patch of ZZZ. And before I say anything else, let's pull out the video. Hold on. No advertisement? Thank you, YouTube, for once you are based. Okay. This is the, as usual, the English version. Let's take a look.
A new case to solve? Let me finish my cup of hot water. Cross the line and you get shot! One fell swoop. Following orders. Time to close the net. Here comes the verdict. Is that all?
You know, she's pretty cool. If it weren't for a certain character that's coming in a month, right, ZZZ? In a month, right, MiHoYo? I might have pulled for her. She's pretty cool. But there is one line that's confusing a lot of people. If I had a nickel for every time Kira Buckland voices an android girl with a booty, I would have 2, which is the... Yep, she's voiced by Kira Buckland. Based. A fantastic VA. But here is a certain line that's confusing a lot of people.
Let me finish my cup of hot water.
She says, let me finish my cup of hot water. And granted, I understand that's a bit weird. That's a kind of a weird thing to say, you know. Why would you not just say tea? It looks like she's drinking tea. And I think one of the comments right here. See? Sorry for breaking anonymity and calling out names, I guess, but there's a comment that straight up says, did she say cup of hot water? And it has 1,000 likes, right? It does seem like a weird thing to say. But, and you know, the question would be, you know, is it a mistranslation? Is it just the writers being dumb? What's going on with this? Now, I am here to... Androids can drink? Hey, freaking Billy has a built-in respirator system where he can breathe if he wants to, right? It's, you know, oh, also, was it? Who was it? I think, and freaking, like in Julian's trailer, we have Qingyi with the entire tea set in the meeting and just having her own tea ceremony while the whole thing's going down. But I'm here to claim that no, this is not a mistake on the writers, or they screwed up something. In fact, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. They did a good job with this line. Granted, there have been cases in the past where the English version had some poor writing, like it's quitting time from Julian's trailer and this and that. But I don't think this is one of such cases. First of all, hold on, there's a Japanese one right here. So let's take a look at the Japanese one and the Korean one. I cannot spell. It's not a mistranslation, it's just old school as hell. Well, here's the thing. That I'll tackle in a bit as well. But first of all, let me debunk the fact that it's a mistranslation. It's not. And here is why. If we go to the Korean version of the trailer, and I'm not gonna watch the whole thing because that would be redundant, but let's just go. There. She says, 물 한 모금만 마시겠네. Here, we have the word 물, which literally means water. And funny thing about Korean, there are some words that are more umbrella terms than not. What I mean to say is, there is a funny phenomenon in Korean where there's the, you know, the word rice, it's pop, not bob, it's pop. But the word pop also could mean meals or food in general. So it's more of an umbrella term. Literally it would mean rice, but also you could like, you could just use word pop to, you know, ask people, have you had your meal today or something like that. That does not apply for water. Water is, it's just water. It's nothing else. So here she says, 물 한 모금만 마시겠네, which means let me have a sip of water first. And same goes for the Japanese version. Sorry, that is wrong subtitles. Where is the Japanese? Yeah. Yes, so that one, again, my knowledge in Japanese is not comprehensive enough to fully understand that, but I know that she said something along the lines of water because she said mizu, which means water. And there's not a single letter / word that pertains to tea in either Korean or Japanese, which would be something like cha or ocha. In Korean, tea would be cha, similar to how you say tea in Japanese, which is ocha. And I believe it's also similar in Chinese as well. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Chinese. So tea is not mentioned in anywhere. So it's quite certain for the fact that it's water, not tea that she's drinking here. So, okay, that means that the English version was not crazy in calling it water. But did they have to specifically say hot water, right? Why didn't they just say, let me just finish my cup of water? And from here on, it's a bit more of a speculation, going by my judgment as a translator. But granted, the water does look hot, right? Because she's holding this what is it? Military designed tin thermos thingamajig, and she's holding like a tiny teacup. So it's probably hot water, yes, but she didn't explicitly need to say hot water. Oh, I think the reason for that, again, this is speculation on my part. The reason for that is because there's something unique about Qingyi that is very poorly portrayed in English, unfortunately. And this is not exactly because of bad writing or because poor mistranslation, but it's because of the differences in the language styles. Qingyi is an old lady. Man, okay, sorry. I broke apart saying that. But Qingyi is supposed to be an old lady. Or at least she's a lot older than she looks. And now this is where I play the Japanese trailer. Okay, so let's, as to why that is, let's watch the Japanese trailer.
何やら有事であるな。まずは水なり飲ませてくれぬか。一線超えれば電撃一閃。一網打尽にするぞ。お縄につけい。綱を手繰るとしよう。今すぐ白木がいるようだ。それだけか。ふむ。
Yeah, so the way she talks in Japanese, it's the most clear in Japanese. I don't know about Chinese, but the fact that she is old is the most transparent in Japanese, because the way she speaks is one of those old people manners of speech. And the way she speaks is very similar to Yae Miko or a freaking Cloud Retainer from Genshin. And those are old characters who speak in very old manners of speech. And Qingyi has a similar manner of speech as them. And also freaking Zhu Yuan calls Qingyi senpai, which literally means senior. And so we know that Qingyi is supposed to be, at the very least, she's been around in police work longer than Zhu Yuan has. And judging by her manner of speech, she's probably a lot older than she looks. And it's similar for the Korean version. Let's watch the Korean trailer. But it's not as clear in the Korean version as it is in the Japanese one.
공무수행인가? 물 한 모금만 마시겠네. 산을 넘으면 전기 고문이야. 일망타진해줄게. 속구명령 확인. 마무리할 시간이야. 극형을 내린다. 끝이야?
Okay, so in the Korean version, it's, I don't know why they did this. It's not as clear as the Japanese one, even though they could have made it. They could have made her talk in the more old-fashioned way if they wanted to, but they didn't. I don't know why that is. I guess they didn't want her to sound too old. But to be fair, she still doesn't talk like a teenage / a young lady. She still talks like an older person. And what's interesting about the Korean version is not her manner of speech, but her choice of words. Let's see here. Also, side note, this is not exactly related to what I'm about to say, but this line, here it is.
Cross the line and you get shocked.
Yeah, cross the line and you'll get shocked. I don't know why the Korean version of Qingyi is so violent, but instead of shocked, what she says is cross the line and it's the electric torture for you. Because gomun means torture. So she doesn't say you'll get shocked. She straight up says it's the electric torture for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Someone's not in a good mood today. Anyhow, yeah, so that's an interesting choice of word already. But hold on, where was it? Was it over here? Here we go. I think this one in English is... Oh, wow, that's kind of boring word. Okay, English, it says following orders, which is kind of boring. What does she say in Japanese? I do not know what that means. We have to skip that. But in Korean, what she said... So, what she said is basically arrest order confirmed. Or arresting order confirmed. Which means, you know, obviously she's arresting someone. But her choice of word is very interesting because arrest in Korean, in modern term, is chepo. But she said chupo. Oh, that's wrong. Which means the same thing as chapo. Why did I say that like an English word? This is what happens if you try to mix two languages. But this is a word. It's a dead word. Nobody uses this word anymore. It's a word that was used until the medieval Joseon dynasty. In the Joseon dynasty, they used the word chupo to arrest people. But in modern day, nobody uses this word anymore. So she specifically used a word that's old and outdated to show that she's old, I think. I think that's what they're doing here. And then what else came? That one's nothing too special. She said it's time to wrap up. Ah, yes, this one. What did she say in English?
Here comes the verdict.
Here comes the verdict, which is, okay. It's similar enough. I don't know what that means either in Japanese, but in Korean, and this pertains to both her using some more old terminologies and she being a bit more violent in the Korean version. She said 극형. What that means is I'm trying to figure out it means something along the lines of, I don't know if there's a word for this in English, but extreme verdict. That would be what it means literally, or what it actually means, not in the literal sense, it means death sentence. So she straight up said it's the guillotine for you guys now. So yes. And again, this 극형 is not a word that's commonly used these days either. I don't think it's dead like the one just now, but it's very uncommon. But yeah, she straight up said, you guys are dead now. Fascinating. Pass judgment. Die is what she said indeed. But yeah, so she's using very specific terminologies and words that are not used these days anymore. And I think that's from the Korean writers, I think that was the instrument to show that she's an older character. Now, unfortunately, that is not as easy to do in English because, sure, you could do something like Nervilette from Genshin, where he speaks in very fancy and flowery manner of speech to show that that character is old, but that's not exactly what's happening here, because Qingyi doesn't exactly speak in very flowery terms. She just talks like an old person, which is not easy to do in English. It's hard to make a somewhat casual but old character in English. So I think that's why they specifically made her say hot water. So by making her say out the comprehensive sentence and being a bit specific in what she's saying, I think they try to use that to utilize, or rather to, bring about the fact that she's talking like a boomer, as the children these days say. And then, as you said, Teal, it's not a mistranslation. It's just old school as hell. It sounds old school, and I think that's what they were trying to do. We need to arrest these suspects and take them into custody. We also need to question them. I'd rather just beat them to death. Yeah, she does have... to be fair, she does... A part of her kit is where she just... does this. Oh.
Cross the line and you get shot.
Yeah. Where she does that, right? She seems pretty good at beating things up. And she seems to have something against the floor, but hey, if she had a bad day because of the floor, I'm not one to say otherwise. But yeah, so I think, all in all, I don't think this line, "Let me finish my cup of water," is mistranslation or even poor writing at all. I think it was deliberate, and I think it has the effect that they were going for, at least in part. Granted, of course, if the context is not clear, then people can be confused, because people will be like, one, she doesn't seem like she's drinking water, and two, why would you say you're drinking or rather, let me finish my cup of hot water? Nobody says that. Well, that's the whole point. Nobody says that normally, at least. But she's also, in some ways, not exactly your average police lady, you could say. But yes, that's what I wanted to talk about Qingyi today. So in conclusion, does Qingyi actually drink hot water? Yes, I think the answer is yes. She does seem like she drinks hot water, and she would unironically say, "Let me finish my cup of hot water." But yeah, okay. Going a bit off topic. As I said, I would have pulled for her if it weren't for the existence of Yanagi. Please, MiHoYo, I want Yanagi so bad. Average police lady, and it's an android girl that drinks hot water and beats people with metal rod. True, that's what she is, actually. I was gonna say something. Right. But hey, after the 1.1 drops next week, I think the 1.2 beta should start right after that. So surely Yanagi must be in there, right, MiHoYo? Right? Oh god, I've been waiting so long. Still holding out for Caesar, so I'm with you. Yep, I know you're waiting for Caesar as well. Hopefully the rumors are true. Because they are rumors, right? They're not confirmed. So it's entirely possible that next patch, 1.2, is not Yanagi and Harumasa. That's entirely possible, right? In which case, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do. But it's also entirely possible. But hopefully, it is Yanagi and Harumasa next patch. And then Miyabi and Caesar the one after. Hopefully. But yeah, I do want to pull for Caesar as well. After Yanagi, if I do manage to recover a decent amount of polychromes, then I do want to attempt to pull for Caesar. She seems pretty damn cool. Also, I think Caesar's design kind of changed a bit since the beta. I think in beta she had longer hair, a bit similar to Coleda's, but seems like they changed her design a bit post after full release. But hey, I'm excited to see her. Also, I'm wondering if we'll get news. I'm assuming we'll get news story with Caesar, because right now we had the stories for all the factions except the Sons of Caledon, right? And that's why freaking Piper and Lucy barely have any dialogues in game. But I think since Caesar, who's almost blatantly the leader of the Caledons, is assuming she's coming with 1.3, I'm assuming she'll probably come with the Caledon story? Question mark? I don't know, this could be hopium. Who knows? You did see the beta design. You like her beta design a little bit more. Fair. I think they each have their own charms. And granted, her full design is not exactly revealed yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But hey, Shield Lady is cool. In before she fights like Captain America. That would be funny, because she does have like a larger Targe kind of shield, like a round one. It does seem like she might throw it, but we'll see. We'll see. Shield slash. Stars and Stripes. Damn, that's a good one. Damn. Captain America. I need backup. Marvel experience. In before she's actually just Captain America from Marvel. That would be funny. That would be cool though. That would be cool. I think that would warrant for a pretty cool action sequence with her moves. So I wouldn't complain if that's how she fights. And I think she is supposed to be defense. I mean, she has a shield, right? So she's likely a defense character. And I think the rumor says she's defense. Physical defense, to be specific. So that's pretty cool. Hold on, was there anything else that ZZZ released? No, that was just it. I wonder how they're making defense characters different from everyone else. Let's see here. I think there are some parts that are unique to defense characters. First of all, I think when you do a combo with them, band that has practically infinite parry, yeah. I don't think, well, the next defense character that's coming is Seth, right? And I don't know if you've seen his gameplay, but Seth doesn't seem like he plays like Ben. Because for obvious reasons, Ben is the immovable object, right? He just stands there and parries everything and tanks everything. But I don't think Seth plays like that. I think he's a bit more offensive. He's definitely a lot faster. And one thing unique about Seth that's already different from Ben is he has a quick assist, like the support characters, where you can move on to the next character. But in Seth's case, he quick assists to the character, to the previous one. So for example, let's say right now, if you have Rena, Anton, and Anby, if you use Rena EX special, then you can quick assist Anton. You quick assist the next character. But from what I've seen in Seth's case, let's say it's Anton, Seth, Anby, then if you Seth parry, then you can quick assist back into Anton. So you assist backwards instead of forwards like support characters now. So I think Seth might be designed around parries, is what I'm assuming, considering the leaks. Which I think is cool. Yeah, it's definitely, it gives him more identity compared to Ban as well. Because if every defense character is just like Ban, would just stand there and parry attacks, that's no fun, right? So I think it's cool that they're trying to give some variety to how defense characters work. And I'm fairly certain Caesar's gonna be an S character, an S rank agent, a super agent. So I think her gameplay should be even more unique and sophisticated compared to Ban and Seth. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, what was it? Freaking Qingyi coming next week, and then 3 weeks after that, it'll be Jane and Seth. Just built-in super armor. That's crazy. So I would be surprised. Cause like I'll be honest, Ben already effectively has permanent super armor because his E is full super armor for obvious reasons. And his basic combo, when he jumps, he has iframe. He has iframe the whole time when he's jumping, which is the third hit of his combo. So, freaking Ben is already kind of crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if Caesar just has super armor and says, "Screw you, if you can't kill me, I ain't stopping," kind of mechanic. Wait, what else was coming? Hold on, I wanna look at the 1.1 trailer. Also, hold on, let me change the title because I'm actually kind of done with all the ZZZ, or rather content stuff I wanted to do. Post dinner yapping before wrapping up. Yeah, short stream today. Wrapping up there. But hold on, let me see what was they showed the preview for the new story.
The target of our operation.
That's Chinese subtitles. Oh no, sorry, Japanese subtitles. Apologies. Here we go.
Is the Mountain Lions, a militant group that believes in brutality and is known for its involvement in violent crimes. One of the new faces we should keep a close eye on is Jane.
Don't tell me you see him as a father figure. Oh, really? We'll see about that. Now, you're the prey.
I'll show you how much weight a mountain lion's name carries!
Now would be an ideal chance for a surprise strike.
I won't let you down. Hold on. Where's Seth?
No!
Attack formation!
What are you looking at? I don't believe in resorting to cheap tricks.
So many people are thirsting over Jane. I don't see it. To be fair, to each their own, but as some people put it, and I'm disgusted for even saying this, but she does have the cake. Oh, let's just say that. Hold on. Sorry, shit. I want to see it. Hold on. So Jane story, Qingyi story, Qingyi, Jane, Seth. First half, second half. Then new Vengeance, sure. The new Bangbu Officer Kui. Or is it Chui? I have no idea. So that's Zhu Yuan and people are over her? Exactly, you know? I think I passed over this YouTube video that said Zhu Yuan versus Jade. What was it? Was it freaking? Was it the Greatest Bake Off or something like that? I'm like, you disgust me. How dare you? Also, free 10 pulls, and it's the rainbow tape, not the black and white one, which means more pulls for Yanagi. Good stuff. 10 master tapes, 10 Bupons. Yeah, Inferno Reap. You can fight the crazy hornet mommy that you saw in the story. I'm sorry for saying those words. People can't appreciate the fact that you can have two cakes. Cake is cake. True, cake is cake. What came after that? Oh yeah, the new events. I think this is like the first major event that we are having in ZZZ. Or there's like a ton of mini games and whatnot. Also, you can do selfies now. Pretty cool. You can do selfies. Right? Imagine having a phone, but you can't take selfies. That's kind of stinky, but hey. Problem's been resolved. I think this is an event, not like a full minigame. But I could be wrong. Oh yeah, also new area, the PopSec office. Pretty cool. With a new minigame. I think this is an event minigame as well. Look at this Bangbu. Bangbus are so cute. They're so jelly. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a ton of stuffs for the first major patch coming next week, actually, next Thursday, I believe. Looking forward to it. But yeah, I believe cake is why people are over, you know, cake and the vibe of people, you know, the please step on me vibe she has. Imagine having to do office work for a minigame. Here we are, you know, anything for polychromes. Hell, you could make me do the crazy tavern minigame from DFO if it means I can have more polychromes. There, I said it. That's how crazy I am for polychromes. I will have Yanagi and I will pull multiple copies of her. It would be quite unfortunate if the Cloud Retainer situation happens again where I lose all the 50/50s. Hopefully I won't. But we'll see. I think I'll have a similar amount as I did for Cloud Retainer for Yanagi. Because she's gonna take a while. I guess one unfortunate thing about ZZZ is that it's not an open world game like Genshin, where there's just stuffs hidden all over the place. And Genshin, you can actually dumpster dive and gather an ungodly amount of primogems. But in ZZZ, you just do the dailies and do the weeklies, and the amount of polychromes you get is kind of fixed. Which I guess that also means you don't have to do more than you're supposed to do. So there's pros and cons. You know, it's not all bad, it's not all good. Hot take, I'm glad that ZZ isn't on open world. To be fair, yeah, I'm also glad that it's not open world. I'm not the biggest fan of open world games. It's just that if it's an open world, it's also true that there's just more polychromes or primogems in Genshin's case, just lying all over the place. So it's easier to pull for characters you want. Assuming you have the time to spend the effort. But ZZZ, you know, you just play the game and you're done, right? There's nothing else to it. Which is also a good thing. And if you ask me which one do I like more, admittedly, I do like the fact that you don't have to, you know, go to the deepest corner of the planet, find some cave, dig a hole in the cave, open some 16D chest lock, and then find one treasure chest, right? You don't have to do that in ZZZ. You just do some things, maybe find some hidden side quests, but that's about it. Nothing else about it. And then it's all about just playing the game, you know? The sick gameplay and what was it? The roguelite aspect of it, which I'm enjoying a lot actually. I really love Hollow Zero. It's so much fun. Open world is overrated and not every game needs to be an open world game. I also wish that other gacha games don't try to copy the open world idea. Wuwa is... Oh yeah, Wuwa is technically open world as well, isn't it? I've never played Wuwa, but also... Yeah, I'm personally not even a fan of open world games. If a game needs like big areas, I think it should just be like semi-open world, where it just has big open areas that are not exactly connected to each other. I think that's a bit better. You play the beta, it's fine. I see. I saw Wuwa as a new Megane girl, but and if the girl was actually well designed and inspired, I might have tried Wuwa. But unfortunately, that Megane girl's design I would say it's like C tier, D tier at most. It's very uninspired. What was her name? Hold on, let me try to look her up. What was her name? Qingyi. Hold on. Oops. Qingyi. I hope this image doesn't show me something crazy. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, that's a big image. But yeah, honestly, is this sunglasses? Kinda uninspired, if I'm being honest. Rather uninspired Megane design. And also, she uses paintbrush, I think. And I'll be honest, if there's one archetype of weapon that I do not like in video games, it's paintbrush. I would never play a paintbrush-based gameplay character, unfortunately. So I was like, nah, I'm sorry, Wuwa, that's not very inspired. And that's not very based of you. So Wuwa didn't win me today. Maybe someday, but not now. Amaterasu would like to have a word with you. Hello, Chaos. How are you doing today, buddy? Teal, how dare you? How dare you? This would age well. The meme did age well, like fine wine. But unfortunately, it's not for me. But yeah, Wuwa never actually pulled me in because of the... First of all, it's open world, which I'm not a fan of. The gameplay is not bad. It's pretty action-packed, but... You know, when there's ZZZ right here, it's hard to win me over. So if it wants to win me over, it's gotta have some pretty damn good Megane character, but... Unfortunately, the one it has is... not the most inspired, as I've said. Time is it? I still have time. I was gonna say something. Thank you, brain. Side note, I don't know how, since this had just happened to me, I don't know how often this happens to you guys, but you know that feeling when you know something, but you just can't remember it? I think the professional term for it is presque vu. And freaking don't quote me on this because I'm not a psychologist or neurologist. But I think what happens is, let's say you're trying to find the word McDonald's. And your brain's trying to help you find the word McDonald's, but it doesn't know what word you're looking for. So it's filtering out some words, and the word you're looking for is in the filtered word, so you literally cannot access it. I think that happens to me so many times. I want to throw my brain outside and then bury it in the dirt. Not that I have a brain because I'm a plant, but you know what I mean. The characters in Wuwa look like Genshin characters, and I don't know if people will take that as an insult. I think their design philosophy is not isolated from each other. They do have some overlapping areas and some intersections on the Venn diagram, I'd say. Also doesn't help when you have issues like this. What is this? Twitter. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in Genshin's defense, wait, is that one Genshin or... Yeah, that one's Genshin, right? Or is it Wuwa? Change your models a bit. Granted, like, in Genshin's defense, first of all, it's kind of an old game, relatively speaking, because it's been 4 years since it came out. And also, they tried to... This was their first attempt at, like, a crazy, major, big open world game. MiHoYo's first attempt at it after freaking Honkai 3rd Impact. So they tried to compartmentalize everything, right? So for the body types, they categorized it into 3, and then all those things, which has worked out. I think that's why they have been able to, what do you call it? Persistently, pump out characters as they have. But also that means that, characters are gonna be very similarly designed. Which, to be fair, they've grown out of for Honkai Star Rail and ZZZ. Because neither of these games suffer from that compartmentalization and things being more fixed and rigid than flexible. But I think they are trying to, work their way out of it. Because as I mentioned in Discord, Emily, their newest character, and also the one character that nobody's pulling except me on this whole planet, she seems like she has... I think she probably belongs to the adult female archetype, but she also seemed a bit unique compared to the regular ones. What is this? Freaking cheap viewers on buygeardirect.com/GNTB. Cheap viewers, these nuts. Freaking bots. I don't know if you guys could see that because it was on my end. But yeah, I denied the access to another stupid bot. And cheap viewers. Do you want to buy viewers? No. What am I, a fucking coward? But what was I saying? Thank you, bot, for making me forget what I was talking about. I get a counterpoint. The game is making you bank, so you have the money to give characters stuff like updated model structure or better animations. Yeah, to be fair, Genshin makes a crap load of money. But also, counterpoint, DFO makes a crap load of money and it's a crap game. Man, I can't believe I said that, but it's also true. Man, that's so sad. Yeah, and I think they're trying to do that for the next major update in Genshin, because I heard like there's gonna be some updated thingamajigs and models and upscaling or whatnot for the next update of Genshin, the Natlan update, is what I heard. I could be wrong. And also DFO earns a ridiculous amount of money from China and they don't do anything. DFO also got that issue, yeah. Though granted, in DFO, I know why that's the case. Because their headquarters, Neopol, is literally on an island in the middle of nowhere, and the devs don't want to move to the middle of nowhere, so they don't have the manpower to do things. That's why. Big brain move. Every time someone says same face, I'm reminded of PORO. What's a PORO? Where's my updated I'm Gunner Spice? You'll have to wait for a we have to wait for the F fighters first. Which I think they're coming October? Don't Google it? Okay, I won't. I'll do it off stream and see what happens. The caps lock warning is real. The genuine horror. Oh no, chaos! Teal's googling it. If I was crazy, I would Google it right here and right now. But I'm not insane. I don't wanna Monka TOS my stream. If it doesn't work, use for the you know, that is already, you know, Monka TOS. Also, I love how Chaos was like, don't Google it! And then, if it doesn't work, use the search term Poro Hentai. The duality of men. Very based. Actually based. Oh, man. Teal has learned the truth. I don't know what it is. I'll see. Maybe in a bit. After I'm done with the stream, maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I don't know if I want to. I don't know which one I want more. The funnies or my sanity. Not worth a Google search. Pretty mid. Ah. It's not the funny kind? That's unfortunate. Same face, unfortunately. Granted, since you mentioned it upon the mention of same face, I'm assuming it's something to do with 8 dozen characters all looking the same. It's the vanilla kind with the same face issue, yeah. I'm assuming that's the case. Ah. Anyhow, but honestly, I'm just out of things to do for today's stream. Well, what do y'all have any plans for the rest of the day? I gotta after the streams, I gotta go off and do some. How about FGO with the same face issue? The saber face, the saber plus crony face. That's a thing. Scream at DFO, fair. Yeah, FGO, and granted, that's why FGO also, you know, hires like literally dozens of artists to design different characters. But yeah, all the saber faces is an issue. I'm like, bro, we have literally dozens of characters who have the exact, I mean, they're borderline the same people, same character as Saber. You watched a video about FGO Gacha. I'm not actually. Don't all the Sabers have the same VA? Yes, they do. FGO people need help. Why? What's going on their side? But it's specifically the person who designed Saber has a difficult time making female characters look different. That's why the Saber face issue comes up. They, like other characters designed by other artists, look, for obvious reasons, vastly different. As they rightly should be. Oops, my bad. I just brushed my mic. The gacha system is so bad and the gacha rates are terrible, but people keep playing the game. That's unfortunate. Honestly, I don't know how the gacha system for other video games work because I've only played outside. So I've only played 3 gacha games in my entire life, and 2 of which were MiHoYo games, so they have the exact same system. So I don't exactly know how gacha systems for other video games work. They don't need help. They have enough money to fund FGO foolishness. Bless their hearts. Damn chaos. Bless their hearts indeed. But yeah, the other gacha game I played was Toho Lost Word. And that one had the system where the ceiling is 150, and once you hit 150 you can choose the character you want. Which is honestly not that far-fetched compared to Genshin, I guess. Or rather the MiHoYo system, I guess. Because MiHoYo system is the 5-star ceiling is 90 pulls. And then the guaranteed ceiling is 180. But also you don't usually actually hit 90 because the probability goes up until 100% at 90. And usually unless you're like insanely unlucky, you usually get your thing between 7 to 80 pulls. So double that, it's about 150, give or take. So that's, the probability is similar. If playing FGO is equivalent of busting a fat... What? Excuse me? Excuse me? That is not a sentence I thought I would hear today. But here we are. I'm just flabbergasted from that sentence. That was not what I was expecting. Oh. But yeah, nowadays I think screaming at DFO does seem like the best way to put it. Man, KDNF is so funny. I hope they get their heads out of their asses. Please point to the part where it's not true. No, it's true. It's probably true. I don't know enough to say otherwise. What would I know, right? I'm just a random mango who only plays MiHoYo gacha games. It's just... the way you put it was fascinating, to say the least. But yeah, freaking KDNF needs to get their heads out of their asses soon, otherwise the game's actually going downhill very rapidly. Like, what are they doing here? What are we doing here with freaking DFO, man? Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? Also, okay, since I mentioned DFO, I want to do one more DFO rant before I go off. Okay, hold on. Can I open this? I get part of it. Does it work? Am I free? Wow! Oh, never mind, it works. Okay, thank God. Shut up! Okay, hold on. Was there a balancing patch? No, there wasn't. Okay, hold on. I want to see like any balancing patch. Was it here? Ah, here we go. Okay. Okay, this one's not the worst example. Hold on. Okay, this one was not too bad. You know what? I'm just gonna open the KDNF balancing patch. Fair warning, the monitor is about to be very white, so flashbang warning. Frickin' Jesus Christ, man. Like, the recent balancing patches for a while now, they are so weird. Like, I'm not talking about how the numbers don't make any sense. What I'm trying to say is, okay, so here's what we have. 6.1%, 6%, 6.1%, 6.2%, 6.1%, 6%, 6.2%, 6.3%. All these fluctuations that's between 0.2, like plus minus 0.2%. What is the point? What is the point? Right? It doesn't do anything. And how do they... and this is why people think they decide these balancing patch numbers by freaking random number generator, because these are ridiculous. And one might think, oh, they're like trying to be specific about the numbers. If they were, then they wouldn't do something like this. Where is it? Okay, here's F Brawl. Female brawler has this skill called Block Bomb. Was it Block Bomb or whatever the heck it's called? Her 60 skill, which is, I'm not even kidding, it's the worst skill in the entire game. It's by far the worst. And because it does like, okay, it does less damage per second effectively than like a level 1 basic skill. I'm not even kidding. It's so bad. And so you would think, okay, if they're properly balancing the thing, it would have a significantly higher number than anything else. No, here's 5%, here's 5.2%, and here's Block Bomb with 5.4%. What's the point? Where is this going? Why are they doing this? What do they want to do? I don't understand. Why? It's... It literally makes no difference. Right? It just looks like they're just pulling out the roulette machine and just figuring out the numbers, and like they just pick out the roulette machine to figure out like the general number for each character. It's like, oh, 5%. Okay, if it's all 5%, we would look like they would know we're not working. So let's just put in random decimal points behind them. Except the decimal point numbers are all plus minus 0.2. What is this? What are they doing? I don't understand. Why is this? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Let's just look at cute girls in ZZZ. They need to pull their heads out of their asses soon, otherwise the ship might go down, is what I'm gonna say. And yeah, the Canadian players are clearly very, very upset. You are a sane man working in an insane world. As they say, if you are on an island where there are only people with one eye, and you have two eyes, then they are not the weirdos, you are the weirdo. Someone said that, I don't know who said it. But yeah. And I didn't expect Director Zhang to be the person to bring about this whole situation. But here we are. Very unfortunate. Anyhow, whatever the case, oh, perfect. Okay, I think I'll wrap it up about here today. As I said, today's a shorter stream because I got some things to take care of. I could have just not streamed, but I already skipped streaming 2 weeks ago, so I didn't want to skip again. Anyhow, it was a short stream, but hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks to everyone who swung by today. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week and weekend. I'll be back next week, assuming nothing weird happens, for more stuff that I'll talk about. I have no idea what I'll talk about next week. We'll see. It's a problem for future me. Anyhow, thanks for streaming today. Thanks for swimming by. I can't even speak English. Thank you for swinging by today. And again, hope you guys have a good rest of the day and the weekend. I'll see you guys next time. Halfmango out.